Welcome back to Lifting the Lid with me, Verity Park, and my co-hosts, Seran and Lucy.
Hello.
Hello.
One thing I do want to bring up
Yes.
is that we now have these.
For our audio listeners,
No, sorry.
it is a plastic disco ball cup with a straw.
Can I just say, I thought you were going to say something really like profound and dramatic. And you just literally were like, and now we have these. Talking
Yeah.
about the plastic disco ball cups that
I
we now
just think
have.
they're really cute.
That
They
we've
are.
stolen from How Very Happy.
Yes, they're lovely. They are very
I just
nice.
was really offended by the bottles and everything on the table last time, so this
Well,
is very on brand.
I haven't used mine yet. Let me give it a go.
Yeah, I'll take a sip. Maybe we could do ASMR drinking.
Okay, let's do that.
Wait, should we tap them?
So yesterday, actually, the weirdest thing happened to me, and it reminded me how small the creator industry actually is. I was walking home, walking along Paddington Canal, and then I had this tap on my shoulder, and I looked up, and there was Adam floating home.
Oh, Adam floating home by the
Yeah.
canal. How fitting.
That's so weird. Maybe he lives there.
No. He was having an event. There was a photographer there taking photos of him. And then I started seeing all the kind of ex-Love Islanders, Towie stars.
No way.
Lots of different creators coming into the boat. And he was like, come in for a drink.
Oh,
He was so warm and
When was this?
so cute. You know, you just meet some last night.
wait, after you passed me on Paddington
Yes.
Canal. Wow.
God, Paddington. It's all happening on Paddington
It's
Canal,
all
guys.
happening on Paddington Canal.
I've been in touch with Adam for, I guess 2.5 years now. And we've never met in real life. So he was just inviting me in for a drink, which was so nice of him. I was a bit like, oh, do I go and join? And I did.
I love that.
So the event was in partnership with Hexclad.
Yeah.
And Adam had basically said to them, if he was going to do an event, he wanted to make it really, really him. So he did a poem in between each course.
Oh my God, that's so cute.
Stop.
How sweet. And he said they were great to work with, and they kind of really let him take the charge and take the lead.
And it was on a boat on a canal.
And it was on a boat on a canal.
I love that.
How nice. So him.
Oh my gosh, guys, I need to tell you about this video that came on my For You page on the way here because I'm actually shook and I just can't believe that still in 2025 things like this are happening. So I don't know how I can anonymize this apart from the Sonia part. So producer Sophia, you might need to do some bleeping when I'm talking about the brand and the product. But this Sonia posted a video on TikTok of a recipe. For people who don't know, they do like and things like that. And they posted this recipe, right? And they were talking and they were like, okay, so now I'm going to put my into my 3, 4, 5. Like, you know, when they like say the full name of the product, which you wouldn't say if it wasn't an ad, I don't think. And then I'm going to this with my or whatever they're called. Not one singular ad in that caption anywhere, or paid partner or partner on another platform. And when I tell you I read that caption, because I had a in it, so it was quite long, I must have read it about 4 times. I was like, there must be an ad hidden in here somewhere. And then I thought, let me just look at the comments, because I don't know if we notice things like that because we work in this world, but consumers are smart now. That comment section was full of people being like, get this reported to the ASA, this must be an ad, oh my God, such an ad, like where's the disclosure, like do you think your audience is stupid? And I was like, whoa, like people are so on it, and these are just like normal people who follow this creator. But I thought that was quite risky, and I'm intrigued if it was actually it must have been an ad. It must have.
Yeah.
Unless it was an ad on another platform, but they should still disclose it.
Yeah, that's so true. But I guess it just shows the importance of being authentic if it is an ad. Like you obviously for ASA, but then also like for your audience, because I think like you said, they're clever, they're smart, they know what's going on.
Just to be clear, Sonia is when we refer to any creator. This particular creator is not on our roster.
No.
They are not.
We cannot not be disclaiming in this day and age, particularly straight up ads like that.
Yeah,
I think
so obvious.
I understand so much more where there's nuance, and say, for example, you know, obviously we had the situation with Grace Beverley and Stephen Bartlett where it's brands that they own or invest in, and therefore there's a little bit more confusion as to whether they should be disclaiming or not, because obviously there's an argument that everybody knows that Grace Beverley is the founder of Tala, or Grace Beverley is the founder of Shreddy, or Stephen Bartlett is an investor in Huel. So at what point, like, do they need to disclaim absolutely everything that they put out, or do they need to disclaim specific things? I think there's a bit more nuance there, but
I agree.
with an ad, with a straight up paid partnership where the language is being controlled, there is no excuse not to disclaim.
I also think that whilst, of course, it's the creator's responsibility to disclaim as an ad, I do think it's on the brand who's approving it. Like if a creator, it happens a lot. Like sometimes our Sonias will just quickly send us a caption and we will add onto it because, you know, people lead busy lives, right? But it's on the brand to triple check that and check that it's being disclaimed properly. So I do think it's kind of a shared responsibility.
Yeah, 100%.
And on the manager, to be fair. Like you've just said, we will. So I think if 3 parties are looking at it, there should be no way that it can go live without being disclaimed.
Like it's not that hard.
The talent should add the ad, the manager should add the ad, or the brand should add the ad. Somebody needs to add the ad.
Add the
2
ad,
letters.
the ad.
It's literally 2 letters.
I'm going to show you this video.
Okay, I'm gonna be bad. I'm not supposed to share this, and I hope I don't get in trouble with my brand partners for sharing this, but being an influencer comes with rules. It is a job that I take very seriously. I have 6 full-time employees for my Instagram account. And with brand deals, I'm very selective and choosy. I only accept roughly 10% of the partners that reach out to try and work with me. But even for the brands that I do accept, I don't have full freedom of speech because legally, there are a lot of claims that I cannot make or else the brand would risk getting in trouble. I am given a long list of things I cannot say for sponsored posts, and if I mess up, their content review catches it. They make me delete it, they make me refilm it, then re-edit it until it's compliant. So welcome to episode 1, where I tell you some of the claims that certain brands do not legally let me say. And to be clear, this is not a sponsored post. This is just my unfiltered opinion on 2 of my brand partners. Okay, colostrum. Every single time we start to feel sick or my daughter comes home snotty, we take Pharma colostrum. We take 3 times the recommended dose. And we've done this several times since we started taking it 2023, end of 2022. We get sick for like 2 days max because we have loaded up on Armra. And last Christmas, everyone had neurovirus literally in the same room as us. We mega dosed Armra and we were the only people who didn't get sick. I am not supposed to say that because it's a health claim. People can sue the brand. That's just my personal experience. That's what happened and I wasn't allowed to share it. Okay, Rhode. I'm not supposed to call it activewear. It's performance apparel. But between you and me, Lululemon isn't cool anymore except for their line leggings. I mean, those are good. But Rhone, which is an activewear loungewear line, if we're being honest, it is so infinitely much better, that's not the right English, than Lululemon, than all these other activewear brands, even though it's not activewear, it's performance apparel, but it's activewear. All right.
I don't know about you, but when I watched that, I had just had so many thoughts come up. Firstly, I feel like this is a really clever ad.
I feel like because there are 2 brands in it, I feel like it's more boosting her affiliates than actually being an ad partnership is my thought on that. Because obviously she speaks about 2 brands. I feel like if it was 1 brand, then I'd be like, oh my God, that's definitely an ad. But in my head, she's trying to drive people to her Linktree or wherever she has her links and use her code or whatever.
And also she does say in the thing, this isn't an ad, and she does say I work with these brands. So although it's, and is she American?
Yeah.
And
So
I think that's like obviously causes another level of confusion because disclaiming in the US is completely different to the UK. But taking that out of it, let's assume if it was a UK creator, I mean, contractually, if she was a creator in the UK, she does have to disclaim.
Yeah.
You're meant to disclaim, isn't it like something crazy like every post for the next 12 months, which I mean, we have thoughts and feelings and opinions on, but rules are rules.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know, I find that kind of confusing because obviously the things she's saying about the brands are positive things, which is great. But also in a lot of contracts with brands, it says, like, it's in the contract that you can't make claims about the brand for the next X period of time. So, like, with that one that's overdosing on a particular, I don't know if it's a vitamin or a supplement, actually, I'd be worried that that would go against her contract with the brand. I don't know if she's still under contract with them because a lot of brands have things in writing about that.
there is no chance in hell this hasn't already gone through the brand.
Really?
Oh, well, I mean, obviously I don't know, but I would be shook to my core if it hadn't.
Just because it's two brands, I don't think it
Yeah,
has.
I don't think it has. Like, I really think also, like, I don't think genuinely, like, specifically for the supplement one, and also, to be honest, for the activewear, like, she's literally saying that that brand is so much better than Lululemon. Like, there's no way that's gone through that brand and they've gone, you can say that. No way on earth. Like, you're not allowed to compare, you're not allowed to mention another competitor ever.
Yeah.
But there's certain things she is saying, where, like, she takes loads of this particular supplement. If they are an existing brand partner, they'd have something to say on that. I think if one of our creators suggested putting a video like this live, we'd suggest speaking to the brand about it.
for sure.
I agree. I don't know. She's clearly a very clever woman. I mean, again, I don't follow her, but she said like she takes it very seriously. She's got 6 employees. Like she clearly knows what she's doing. And I think obviously she wouldn't do this if it would risk her partnerships. But I agree. I think that's very confusing. I've never seen a video like that ever.
No.
And I don't really know what my stance on it is. I quite like it.
I think it's like a really bold. I think it's a great way of like getting people to buy product because it feels it feels really authentic and genuine. Like those opinions feel like things that actual normal people who aren't influencers would say about stuff they like. Like this brand is better than this brand. That is something that you actually would say.
Yeah,
but
of course you would.
You're obviously gatekept if you're in a contract with a certain brand. So I back it. Like if she's trying to get sales off of it, which is my thought process behind it. I think this is like a massive drive for her to boost affiliates. That's my thought, but
yeah, it's a good shout.
Yeah.
Having a look at the caption, you are absolutely right. Like it definitely is to do with the affiliate because the first thing it says is comment secret for a discount.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
So it's a giveaway.
But yeah, if this was a UK, whether it's an ad or not, in the UK, this would need to be disclaimed, even if it is pushed into affiliates.
For sure.
This is where, though, my issue and confusion lies, is I think, and I mean, this is a whole other kettle of fish that I'm about to open, but with the ASA, I believe in my heart,
Your heart.
that the guidelines in the UK are too blanket. Like, and it actually makes everything more confusing. I think if it was a case of you put ad on a brand partnership ad video, which we all know what that is. The brand pays the money, the creator makes the video goes live. Ad, very clear. I think it then causes confusion for audiences when you have to put ad if it's a gifted product, ad if then you speak about, if you're a brand ambassador for that brand and you are contracted to make 12 videos, but you decide to make 50 videos because you love the brand. Then if they're all disclaimed as ad, that's so confusing for your audience because they're not understanding that you actually just love that product so much. You want to make more videos about it because you love it, not because you're being paid for it.
Yeah.
But I just think it's the blanket term ad is actually, I believe, causes more confusion for audiences. I understand it's the solution right now, but I think there's so much nuance, like you always say, to it.
But arguably she is making money from this video.
Yeah, I
so
agree.
that's where they're saying it should have an ad. I think my cynical thought on this is either way she's making money from this video. So let's say there were no affiliates and she was just expressing all of the things that she can't say legally in her actual ad content that she loves about this brand. It's warming up the brand that she's working with. It's encouraging them to spend more with her because she's creating free organic content talking about how amazing they are and all the amazing things that she truly believes, and it feels really authentic, as you say. Or she's making affiliate income.
Yeah. But then does that then mean that you think if a creator is posting organic content about a brand because they want to work with them in the future, that's then we tell creators to do that. If you want to work with a brand, post organic content with them, that's warming them up. So then in theory, in future, they then earn money from the brand, but it's not actually an ad because they're not. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's quite
It's
a confusing.
catch-22.
It is indeed.
I do think though, like really it's like at the discretion of the talent to like put ad and then they could just be like previous brand partner. Like to me, that's a really,
you're right.
as in it's like you could just put ad gifted. Like
You're so right.
And I think that's in my head how I would approach it as a creator. It's like always say ad if in doubt, and then you can put like a little context behind what that ad actually means, because that's so easy. Like, you know who does it really well? Louise Pentland. I know we speak about her so often, but she does it so well because it's so clear. Like she puts ad gifted, ad like previous brand partner, and it's super, super easy to be like, oh, okay, cool. I understand where we stand and what this is. And it's not hard. Like it's not difficult to do. So I think that's how, if I was a creator, that's how kind of I'd go about it. And I think this creator maybe should have put something along those lines.
But only if she was based in the UK.
Oh yeah,
she isn't.
yes, of course.
So she's compliant according to the US, although I don't know the US rules inside and out. But I imagine she is because she said she has a team, etc., etc. But I would encourage other creators to go and look at this ad because I thought it was really, really clever. The way
or not ad.
Ad or not
alleged ad. Allegedly.
I just thought it was so clever the way she went from shock factor, I'm going to give you some tea, I'm going to give you my real opinions. It then felt really authentic. And then she said the things that she couldn't say, or she couldn't say
Yeah,
in
yeah.
ads. I thought it was really clever, so would recommend.
I'm going to pitch something to the ASA. If anyone from the ASA is listening, put your seatbelt on. So I feel like what would work so well, and I feel like a lot of times creators might get caught out is on their Instagram stories where maybe they're like posting gifted stuff and they're not disclosing it as an ad correctly. If they just had like little stickers built into Instagram where they could just like tap on them, whether they said add gifted, add brand partner, add own brand, whatever it is, that would make it so much easier. It could just be inbuilt into the platform.
I always look at it in the caption, weirdly, but I think it's actually meant to be both, but
I think it's better when it's got the paid partnership thing because that's actually at the top. Like, because a lot of people don't read the caption
I'm such a reader of a caption. Like I would never notice it
at the top.
at the top. I feel like for me, but then both is always safest.
Maybe you should mock up some designs for the ASA for those
Absolutely.
Instagram stickers.
You know what? I'll get
Get your
Canva-ing.
iPad out.
Canva.
Oh, but Canva. Get a bit of drawing on the iPad. Bit of bubble letters.
That'd be nice. I wouldn't want to do bubble. I'm envisioning like different styles for different, because obviously every creator has their own
Different
style.
yeah.
I think it should just be like the link. You know how on when you add a link, you can tap it and change what
Yes.
it looks like.
Yeah, make it transparent.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's great. Guys, we've literally just come up with this whole
We've
thing.
revolutionised the industry.
Revolutionise it. It's not that hard.
Okay, so Instagram offers a paid partnership brand content tag for creators. When used, it shows a label like paid partnership with, but it doesn't have the gifted,
Option.
the affiliate, all of those, which I think you're absolutely right. I think it would make it much clearer. But also then YouTube, TikTok, other platforms all need it.
Everyone
Yeah.
needs to do it.
I feel like it would be so much easier because I think it is like, obviously it's so important for every creator to be responsible and like be transparent with their audience, right? But I do also think it's about platforms, creators working together
Yeah.
on it and
Making
like,
it easier.
yeah, exactly.
And actually then, if it was inbuilt into a platform, audiences would know exactly what to see and where to
Yeah.
expect it. Whereas if it's just written in a caption, creators might do a hashtag, creators might do it in lowercase letters, capital letters, not put it at the beginning of their caption. There's so many variables, which is whereas if it's built in the platform, audiences know exactly what to expect because everyone is working in the exact same way.
Slay, standardized.
So where the creator is located at the time of posting, if a UK creator is in the US and posts while physically in the US guidelines can apply because they're operating under US jurisdiction. If they're back in the UK and posting, UK guidelines apply, yes, fine. You also need to consider who the post is targeting. If the campaign is aimed at UK consumers, it should follow UK rules.
Yeah.
If it's targeting US consumers, the brand and creator should comply with US rules. Many cross-border campaigns end up using both sets of requirements, so basically the UK requirements.
Yeah.
Too long didn't read. If you're posting from the US rules apply. If your campaign targets UK customers or UK brand, UK rules apply. Best practice is to comply with both. So obviously that means using the UK rules because they're the most stringent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it's better to be safe than sorry.
Agree.
100%. Case closed. We should get a gavel.
So that actually wasn't supposed to be our in-depth topic, but we really just got going with that. And I think it's good to let the conversation flow where it needs to go. Clearly, where it needs to go is us having a lot to say about the ASA and their guidelines.
We love it.
3, 2, 1.
Lifting the lid. Yeah, I think
Awful.
that is quite good.
I think we should stick to our day jobs.
Yeah, maybe. So we've had a confession through. Hi, girlies.
Hey,
Hey, girly. So happy the pod is back because I need help.
Why am I scared? Like, why am I nervous? I feel like
Got nervous belly.
Yeah, I've got nervous belly.
I've had this dream brand partnership for about 18 months. The first 9 months were amazing, like a total career high for me. But then the contact changed and now it's complete chaos. They keep changing the benchmarks, briefs arrive late, everything's stressful. I don't have a manager and I'm starting to dread the emails. What shall I do?
Get on a call with them.
Yeah.
I genuinely think all of these things can be fixed by just having a conversation because there is probably a valid explanation. Well, you would hope there is. Maybe their teams have changed. Maybe it's a new person taking over the campaign. Maybe they're having structural changes internally that you don't know about. Write down all the things that are worrying you and just ask them, can we get on a little call? And the angle of the call is, I want to have a call with you because this was so amazing when we worked together at first. These are the issues that I'm facing. Is there anything I can do to help? I want to make the best content for you guys and I can't currently in these scenarios. So let's work together so we can get the best results out of this campaign. You're all working towards a common goal. So literally just speak to them, I think.
Yeah. Slam dunk.
Thanks.
I feel like that is literally it, isn't it? And like, I think Sonia has said that the context changed. And I feel like sometimes that could be like somebody new joining the company, which sometimes can take a bit of time for them to like warm up. And like at the end of the day, like you're all people. And like hopefully there might be somebody who's been on the campaign for the whole time, like maybe their manager or somebody more senior who can come on the call and like give context for both sides. Because I think sometimes that can be tricky when there's somebody new on the team. But yeah, I think write it all down is definitely the best way of doing it. And then just like brain dumping and they'll be fine with it. Like they're not scary.
No, I think it is always scary to get on a call, but it's always the best way forward. The other thing I would maybe suggest is if you haven't already, create your own tracker. Yeah, you've been working with them for 18 months. So there's obviously a lot of deliverables going on there. I mean, I obviously don't know the contract or the deal, but it's likely there's a lot of things going on. So create some sort of tracker for yourself so you know exactly what's happening. And you know, because this is what we do for our creators during long-term brand partnerships, because there's so many briefs, there's so many things happening. You know, you could be at any point of the deal stage with any deliverable, and keeping on top of it yourself is also important. But it's likely if they're sending briefs late, they're aware that's happening and causing problems, I would say.
And they're also probably stressed and unclear and feeling a bit like on edge about it all if that's how you're feeling. Like it's unlikely that they would be like, oh, I don't think anything's changed at all. Like we're working the exact same way we did at the start. And I think it's all from the angle of I want you to get the best out of this partnership. So like let's work together to make this amazing. You all want the same outcome.
Yeah. And we've definitely, I mean, we've all had those experiences, right?
Yeah.
Where things have gotten into a bit of a sticky place and like a call always helps. Like it's so much easier to get through things on a call. And one thing to say is like, if you do get on a call, send like a follow-up email, just recapping everything. So you have that in writing. Cause I think sometimes like if that's not done, then they can fall back on something that they've said and use like an AI like call recording thing. So you have it recorded as well.
Yeah. And then you don't have to worry so much about taking notes during the call. You can be really present. Okay, so I have another confession. Okay, this feels so awkward to admit. I've been with my management for 4 years and I really like them, but lately I can't stop comparing. I see other creators talking about what their agencies are doing for them, the deals they're landing, the events they're at, the systems that they have in place, and I feel like I'm missing out. Now I keep thinking about leaving, but I feel so guilty even thinking about it. It's my career though. So do I put myself first or stay loyal?
I think putting yourself first, personally. Like I think obviously as much as the grass, like you shouldn't compare, like what's that phrase? If you look at the grass somewhere else, it's green or something. What was it?
Water the grass where you are or something
yes,
like that.
I agree. But I also
That's
think
not the saying at all.
if you genuinely feel like this, speak to your management about it, have a discussion, have a call with them, outline everything you're feeling. If it feels like they're kind of reciprocating that or they're not willing to make changes and they're not willing to like accommodate you, whatever you need, then I think it's time to walk away from it. If actually that conversation you have might turn into like, oh my gosh, we're going to change X, Y, Z, like we're going to do this. It could actually like open the road to something else. But I think you should speak up and say how you feel, which is like making a move for yourself. That could either turn into you leaving your management or turn into leaning into the management further and making the relationship even better.
Agreed. Like, don't just leave out the blue.
Yeah.
Have a conversation. But I do think that you need to take what everyone else says with a pinch of salt.
Yeah.
I think this industry is very small, everyone chats, and you don't always have the full context of a situation. And someone might that week have landed a massive deal and got invited to a massive event, and they're absolutely gassing their management up, saying they've done this, they're amazing, they're amazing, they're amazing. And maybe they are. But that could just be that 1 week where you've seen them, and actually for the previous 3 months they've had no deals, but they're not telling you about that because maybe they're embarrassed or they're not happy about that. So just please take what everyone else is saying with a pinch of salt and don't do it for everyone else. Do it for yourself.
Yeah. Comparison is the thief of joy.
It
is
is.
indeed.
I think there's a long list of things you can do there. I think the first one is make sure you're not just comparing someone else's really good day, really good week to what you've got going on. Make sure you're watering the grass where you are by speaking to your manager and being really clear about what it is that you think you're missing, but also look inward. What do you want? What do you want? Not what does other Sonia want? What do you want from your career? And what is your management giving you, which is ticking those boxes? What do you think is missing, which isn't ticking those boxes? Because that might just be, as Seran says, a really simple conversation of, you're not ticking these boxes. Oh, brilliant. Well, we can do that here like this.
Yeah.
Or it might be, I want to be a musician and a creator. And your management might say, well, actually, we're probably not best placed to do that.
Yeah.
So you might want to look at other management. Or it might just be that you think you need a bit of a change. And if you can't get that through your current management, then speak to other agencies, see what's happening, see what the market's saying. Because also then you can get a really clear picture of whether you are just thinking the grass is greener on the other side. And also I would say it might be that we would never reach out to creators with management. So if there's a specific management you want to be part of, it's worth reaching out to them to see what services they offer, and that will obviously be kept confidential. Otherwise you don't know.
It's all about conversations. And I think like the main thing is going back to what you said, Verity, like figuring out what you actually want is the most important thing, and going from there. Like, you don't need to rush it. It should be a really considered decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was a wrap on episode 3. Thank you so much for watching. I feel like we covered so much in this episode. Deep dive on the ASA, all of our thoughts on that, UK versus US, and when creators should and shouldn't disclaim. We answered your confessions. Juicy confessions, by the way. Please do keep sending them in because we love answering them. I say these confessions were all centered around having difficult conversations, whether that's with your management or with a brand partner that you've been working with for a long time. And we've had a great time. So make sure to tune in next week, Wednesdays, 8 a.m. Please make sure to like, follow, subscribe, wherever you get your podcasts.
You can also follow us on socials for all the behind the scenes clips at Lifting the Lid Pod.
And you can watch us on YouTube and Spotify. Just search Lifting the Lid.
Okay,
Okay,
bye.